It's one of those topics that either scares the heck out of you or you really embrace and you love it and you can see where it's going and how to use it. Um, so if any of you, this is going to be a everybody shares thing. Have any of you actually used AI? I always get AI and IA mixed up in my brain.
I
So
do the same thing, Jeff. I say, have you guys used IA? They said, well, Don, yeah, of
yeah,
course we have. Intelligent, yeah, I mean AI.
yeah. AI. So has anybody here used AI in any particular way in your business at this point? Don has. Anybody else? Nobody? You're all here to learn how to use it. All right. So Don, how have you used it?
Um, I've used it in writing descriptions, property descriptions. Um, and let me give you just a little tip. AI is not perfect in writing their descriptions, okay? But I had a listing. I asked it to write uh, a flowery description of the property located at, and all I put in was the address. And it wrote a beautiful, beautiful little paragraph. And you can tell them to write a short one, a long one, medium sized one. Anyway, it was awesome. And but I had to go in and edit it a little bit. So
Yeah, and that's the key, right? At this point, at least, AI is not going to take over and completely do everything and make it perfect. You've got to go through and reread it or look and make sure with the video that it creates or the images it creates are exactly what you want. Have it tweak it or tweak it yourself. Um, AI at this point can do all kinds of crazy stuff, and so we'll go through a few of those, as well as going into ChatGPT, the one that everybody knows, and kind of using that for some creative ways to help you in your business. Maybe give you some ideas on how you could use it going forward. And so let's start. Probably my favorite one that I use nowadays quite regularly is, and let me share my screen, is Canva. See what I want to share here. Okay. And that needs to go away somewhere else. Okay. So Canva is by far my favorite, and let me pull that up for you and kind of show you how I use this. If you haven't ever used Canva, Canva is a graphics tool, but can be used for all kinds, creating all kinds of things. Many of you, if you've been up here in the northern offices, have seen the video. Let me see if I can, whoops. Back. This video looks kind of like this, that talks about the different brands. And I created this video from scratch in Canva, right? And so just about anything is available to make in Canva. Most people are like, well, I don't really know how to do that. I'm not sure how to put all these pieces together. And it's difficult and it takes a long time. And it might for you, right? And so this is where AI comes into play. And so now in Canva, they have what's called the Magic Studio. And before I do that, let me just show you from scratch. They actually allow you to do this right in the search bar. And so if I just use 5 words, let's say Instagram post on buyer buying home. Okay. So you can only use up to 5 words, so you have to get a little creative in this one. But if you do that, it will automatically create 5, 6, 7 different Instagram posts that you can use on making an Instagram post, right? So you can just copy those, put them right into Instagram. They're already formatted perfectly for you and ready to go. Now, if you want to get a little more creative with what you're going to do in Canva, this Magic Studio is their newest release. And this is pretty awesome. So for example, I want to do a video. So I'll click on video, try Magic Design. and it says pick 3 pictures or 3 contents. So I could upload video, I could upload GIFs, I can upload pictures, whatever I want to upload. So I'm going to just pick some crazy ones here. Got to have Stitch for sure, and picture of Utah, and maybe should have the Fathom logo in here somewhere. And I think that should be good. And then it says, what do you want to do your video about? How about buying a home in Utah? Generate that, and just a couple of minutes from now, well, a couple of seconds on this one, because I didn't create or add very many pictures to it. It creates this video. And if I play that for you, and you can see it spelled Fathom wrong, right? And at the start, some of this is cut off in weird ways, right? This is the Fathom logo back behind. So some of that would have to be fixed and in the editing, right? I can go in and edit this however I want. But in just seconds, I created a post that I could easily take and post as a YouTube short, post as a reel, post as a TikTok or something like that. So if you do some very basic type of video, or just put some pictures together that all make sense, you can make a really easy, nice video that you can post and use for your different marketing ideas. Let me go back again to the Magic Studio, and I'm going to do design and presentation. And again, I think this is going to ask me for some pictures, so I'd want more pictures, right? But if I wanted to do this, I could actually have it listing presentation for sellers. Right, and then that's going to give me all of these listing presentations that I could use, and it will create them here in this with the listing presentation that looks really nice. Now, this is not the forte of Canva as far as presentations like this, but it does work great if you want to do something like that. Any marketing ideas that you have, any marketing pieces, any Facebook ads, any TikToks, anything like that, you can easily use AI here to help you out and get you what you want in Canva. So Canva is a great one. Canva Magic Studio part of it, just so you know, is not in the free version, I don't believe, or it has a limited number of times that you can use it before going paid. But Canva itself, such a huge tool for your marketing that I would highly suggest that you use this or put this on the top of your list as something that you pay for, because it does have so many marketing pieces.
Jeff, I'm glad you're showing this today, because I have the paid version and I have never touched the Magic Studio because I didn't know how to use it. So, and you guys, Canva is only, what is it, Jeff? Like $249 a year.
Yeah, it's super
I mean,
cheap.
I think that's cheap for.
It's affordable. And then if you divide it with, because you can get a team account and divide it amongst 5 agents total, and it's like $25 an agent a year. That's what I do.
That's awesome, Larissa.
That's a really great tip, Larissa. If you've got 5 other people you want to divide it with, you can all be on a team. You will see each other's content, but who cares? You're all making the same kind of stuff. So maybe they'll give you some ideas that you didn't have yourself. So
I've actually not seen other people's content unless they specifically share it with me.
Oh, team members have to share it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's even better. So you get your own space. So
you basically get your own account, but you're just paying less because there's 5 of you. Is that correct, Larissa?
Yep. And they have their own email login and everything. And I don't see their stuff unless they request for me to collaborate on that design.
Thank you for sharing that, Larissa.
Yeah, that's a fantastic tip. Thanks. All right, so that is Canva. Some really great stuff in there that you can use. And again, if you don't want to go into the whole Magic Studio thing, it does have your AI right here that you can use up to 5 words to describe what you want to do, and it will make it for you. So we'll try another one.
Just don't type in there, kill my broker, okay? I wouldn't want to know what that would do.
And it did not make an Instagram reel for me. Maybe I needed to say something different, like an Instagram video. So there are flaws, still flaws. They're still trying to get this stuff up and going, but Canva for sure is one of my favorites. So give that one a look. Let me see. The next one that I want to talk about is one of Don's favorites for sure. Rimini.ai.
Hey, yeah, I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, when you type Instagram, right? Does the tool automatically, format it for Instagram, or can you use it for Facebook or for your website, or how does it
Yeah.
work?
So it automatically does it for Instagram, but if you wanted to reformat the same page as a Facebook post and as a TikTok and as whatever, you can go back into that same design and resize it to the one you want. But I could also do Facebook. And that will give me Facebook sized posts so that we can see, the right size for posting on Facebook. It's 940 by 788. Instagrams are 1080 by 1080. So it's given me an Instagram post on one of those for some reason. But the Facebook posts are a little bit different size. But yeah, it'll resize for whatever size you want. In addition, you can always look at wherever the sizing is on these and pick whichever format that you want. You can go full size, full screen. You can go 1080p. You can go just Facebook. You can go just Instagram, however you want to do that.
Great, thank you.
Other questions? Okay, let me show you Rimini. Rimini is the one that will create headshots for you. All you do is you upload 3 or 4 of your selfies, and it will actually create a headshot for you. Now it can do this where it makes your photos better. So if you've got a photo that is blurry or the color's bad or whatever, it can go in and enhance your photo so that they look better. But if you go into the app, and it's not showing me the app right now, but if you go into the app, it will allow you to actually you'll upload your photos and it will create 10 to 12 different photos for you with different backgrounds. You can tell it how to create them, what to put in it. Like it's absolutely incredible. I don't do it because I hate selfies of myself, and so I don't have any headshots anywhere. But it's literally the best headshot maker around if you've got some photos to work with. So get some professional photos, then upload this. Some of them you'll think look terrible of yourself, but others are really good. So give this one a try if you're looking to get headshots.
Jeff, is this a free app?
It's not. Most of the ones I'm going to show today are not. So here's the generative AI. This is the one that you're going to be looking for either on Google Play or App Store. They don't show pricing here, but I'm sure that there's pricing in it.
Okay.
See if it has pricing.
Yeah.
Looks like $10 a week.
You wouldn't need to keep it for weeks because you're only going to do, unless you're going to do, you could, one of the things that you could do with a tool like this is you could upload listing photos and those kind of things and have it fix the photos and make it better.
Oh, it says it's a free trial for a week.
Okay.
And then
There
it
you
will
go.
charge you $9.99 per week after that.
So just get your headshots and then cancel your free subscription. That's what I tell you to do. So,
And if you get 5 agents to do it with you, then
I
don't think
have
that
a
one works that
question
way. Yeah, go ahead.
about Leah says 9.99, sorry. It is monthly payment.
$9.99 a week. Did you say
That's
that?
what it says on here. 1 week free, then $9.99 a week.
Oh my God, that's
Well,
expensive.
I think it's
There's
because
other plans, there's other plans. You can pay for a whole year for $189.99.
There you go.
That's
Okay.
63% off if you pay for the whole year. It will be
Yeah, they are
100.
trying to sell you the year.
That's the pro though. There is a light, which is only $4.99. And I don't know the difference between the pro and light, but it says for the light, it will be $4.99 a week or only $89.99 for the year.
that one does not remove blemishes on your face.
Ah, you're right. It says you won't be able to
I'm
enhance
I'm
videos.
just guessing, okay?
You won't have access on a desktop either, is what it says. It's only on your
But
phone.
like Jeff said, if if you have some photos that you want to touch up, join it for a week or get the free subscription and then cancel it after that. Yeah.
All right, so if you've been in any of my classes, any of my team meetings, pretty much anytime I talk about building your customer base, one of the things that I hit on all the time is the need for us to be on video and creating video content. And so Opus Clip is what it's called, is one of the best tools out there to help you with what you're going to do. And so as you create a long form video, a video between 4 and 20 minutes, you can then throw it in. You just simply put it into this tool. And once that's here, you generate clips from it, and it will generate clips that you can put on Reels, generate clips for YouTube Shorts, for TikToks, and all those kind of things automatically. It puts the captions over the top and makes it really nice in a nice way that you could use for your Instagram posts. And so I threw my last team meeting at it, which was an hour and 10 minutes, right? And it generated all of these clips for me, right? And so it's generated when the best time to buy a house is, the impact of interest rates on real estate, beware real estate scams, because I talked about scams during that point. 7,000 square foot east side property. I don't know. Oh, that's because that's somebody in the video during our needs and wants talked about something that they were selling. How to protect yourself from scammers. So all of these videos, they were automatically created, and I haven't looked at any of them.
I would say those influence the business, but what really drives real estate is change in people's lives, change in their Ford, their family, their occupation, their recreation, and their dreams.
So you can see it's a 28 second, so just a bite-sized YouTube clip that I could easily post somewhere else. Now this is obviously not shot in a way, my team meeting is not shot in a way that would make it easy for this to be cut up and visually be something that you would use. But as you shoot yours, it's going to be different. You'll be in the middle of the screen, you'll be talking, and it will be much easier to cut this up into things that you need. But
Yeah.
it automatically generates everything that you need for these posts. Go
Jeff,
ahead.
and do you like when you're shooting a video clip, like with your phone that you then would want to upload here, you should do it with your phone up
Vertical.
long ways up, right?
Vertical.
So
Yeah, it could go vertical, but if you're just in the middle of the screen, you can see that on all of these posts, the middle of the screen is pretty much taken up. It's just cut off the two sides. And so as long as you're in the middle of the screen, which you usually are when you're filming long form video, it will format this in a way that's actually going to be really good. Because of the way that I record this, it only shows my screens, my slides for my screen. And so it's really hard for this tool to actually pick this up and do it the correct way.
Can you designate how long you want the video clip to be?
No, it goes through and picks out how long each portion is. So like this one's 26 seconds, this one's 1 minute 37 seconds. So it just depends on how much time that particular topic takes. This one is only 18 seconds, right? So it will cut it up based on the content that it's hearing and make sure that it's only about that content, which is really nice. You don't have to go through and cut each section out yourself, reformat it, do all the editing to it, put it in the different platforms. You can just literally take this out. And you can see that it gives you a score on each one. If it's got a hook, a flow, how much engagement it would have, and if it's trending. So this one, for example, the impact of interest rates on real estate, got a really good 94 score. So talking about that would be a good one. Power of change and how it influences real estate got a 99. So that, you know, Ninja Selling, their video, they killed it. So we should tell Ninja Selling they did a great job on their video. But this is a good one to cut your stuff up. Easy to get on other platforms for you.
Jeff, do we have to have the Fathom logo on there, and how can we have it set up so it automatically just puts that on there?
So you don't have to necessarily have the Fathom logo on this, right, on the video itself, but you do have to have your information as far as being a Fathom real estate agent in the post. So either below in the text or wherever, it needs to indicate that you are with Fathom Realty. So
Okay.
make sure that that's there. Otherwise, you get a nice fat $500 fine from the division. So don't want to do that.
And do you know what the cost is for this?
This one is all free as far as I can tell. So
Oh, nice.
you can add credits. So $9.50 a month for pro, $9 a month for starter.
Starter.
I would go pro for 50.
Yeah,
extra
for 50 cents more.
I don't know why you would do that, but yeah, so it's got for all the other pro features, but this has a ton of extra. Like I've run a couple of videos through this already for free. So you could obviously do quite a bit with it before it starts to charge you.
Jeff, can you go back to that previous screen?
Yep.
Because I just saw something. Oops.
This one?
Oh,
This one?
the one that had the pricing. I didn't
Oh,
find that.
yep.
Yeah, that one. Over on the left, if you go all the way down, it says 5 brand templates. So maybe that would answer your question, Leah. That tells me that you're able to put your brand template on the video itself, I would think.
Yeah, it could be that you can put your logo. It could just be the branding would be the text style and colors and those kind of
Oh,
things.
okay.
I'm not sure. I can't answer that one way or the other. Okay, any questions about Opus Clip before we move on?
That's awesome.
Okay. The next one, if you do long form video, is alwrite.ai. alwrite.ai. alwrite takes the video that you just created and it creates a blog post for you. So I've stolen another realtor's YouTube clip because it's shorter than my great big long clips. And let's see, if I go to the app, once you've signed up, you go to the app and you can see that here's the transcript. I put in that, well, I'm going to show you how I did it. That's better. So create, import, put in the YouTube link. And then it shows you the transcription from that YouTube video. It goes through and gets the transcription from that YouTube video. And then it will give you a caption and you hit generate and it will actually start writing a blog post or an email or whatever for you. So it goes through, for some reason you have to keep hitting generate here, which is a little bit weird, but it goes through and creates a full blog post for you that you can use from your video that you've already done. You've already sat down, you've recorded it. Now it's putting it into words that you could put in blog posts. You could cut each section up or a couple of sections and make 2 or 3 blog posts out of this very easily. And so as you create your long form video, make sure that you put it into text as well. Put it on your, you can put it on your Fathom site. You can create a page there. I can help you if you need help.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you can put it on your Fathom site as a blog post, or if you run your own sites, you can put it there as well. So easy way to do that. You can also use this. A great way to use it is in newsletters. If you send newsletters to your clients, you can put some of this content into your newsletters so that it's, you know, you've got fresh information going out in your newsletters every month as you do that. Questions on alwrite? That's a pretty straightforward one. Just takes your video and makes blog posts out of it.
Awesome.
Okay, so Here's a fun question that I get asked all the time, and this isn't AI, but it's helping with the AI. And the question I get asked all the time is, hey, I would love to do video. I just really don't know what to talk about, right? What is it that I should be asking or what should I be answering, right? And so if you go to answerthepublic.com, answerthepublic.com, what they do is they look at Google, Bing, and YouTube searches, and they see what people are searching for, and then they rank those, right? So if I put in here, buying a house, it will tell me all the searches surrounding buying a house. Maybe someday. All right, so once it gets done and it ranks them, yeah, I got it. It ranks them highest to lowest, and this is probably pretty small on your screen. Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit.
No, it looks good, Jeff. We can
Okay.
see. Yeah.
And so you can see that is buying a house worth it is the #1 question in is. Can buying a house help with taxes? Right, that's the #1 can question.
Wow.
How buying a house works. What is buying a house? When buying a house, who pays for closing costs? Get that out of the way. Who pays for closing costs? Where to buy a house in BOTW? I don't know where BOTW is. So that'd be a good question for me. Which solicitor for buying a house? Who should buy a house? So all of these around buying houses, right? There's a ton of questions here. These are the top search results for buying a house currently on Google. And so if you wanted to do a blog post on who buys or who pays closing costs, right? That would be a great one. It would probably rank really well. So you could put whatever questions you want in here or whatever topics, and it will come down with the top Google searches that are currently going on.
And Jeff, did it go to the middle of that again? It looks like that if you do the ones that are in the lighter orange, they're free. But the
Well,
one
this tool is used for pay-per-click, right?
okay.
So it's used to do pay-per-click ads. And so
Okay.
if you wanted to do a pay-per-click ads on, closing costs, who pays closing costs for a house, then you could do that. And pay-per-click is $5 a click on those top ones. The ones that are lighter in color is buying a house. If you did those keywords, it would be less expensive through this service, right? So this service I'm not purporting to use for pay-per-click. You could, I don't know if it's good or not for pay-per-click or not. I like it because it shows me what the top results are for any given topic and what people are searching for. It helps me know what they're searching for around those things. So if I look for mortgage rates, oh, it's not going to let me do it unless I register. So I'm not going to register, but you can get 3 or 4 search results here for free anytime that you want. And probably if you use an incognito browser window, you can do it as many times as you want. So just a key there. But that is called answerthepublic.com. All right, the next one is Beautiful.ai. Beautiful.ai is a fun one. It has solutions for listing presentations, buyer packages, and those kind of things. Basically, generate solutions for different presentations. So you just give it your information and it will make a presentation for you. This one's great for Don when he doesn't have his meeting slides ready and he just wants something to go. He can just go,
I don't
hey,
need this, Jeff. I just get my slides from you.
oh, there you go. This is great for me when Don's asking me for meeting slides. So this would actually be really good for listing presentations, also buyer packets, and those kind of things. So definitely one that you want to look at. It can also create great ebooks and those kind of things. And those are great for lead magnets, right? If you've got an ad on Instagram or on Facebook that says, do you want more information on how to buy a house? Click here to download the free guide. This is a tool that can actually do that for you. This one is a paid one. Pro is $12 a month. So not super expensive, definitely worth it. If you're doing any kind of lead generation, or if you're doing like PowerPoint presentations, customized listing presentations and those kind of things, Beautiful.ai can help you with that. Designer.io. This is another lead magnet site. And so these guys create ebooks and lead magnets. That's their particular one. They take your different blog posts. So the blog post that you previously generated off of the YouTube video that you had recorded, you could plug that in here and they will create lead magnets for you so that you can get leads off of that. Pricing on this one is a little bit expensive in my opinion. It's $29 a month, but you could do a 7-day free trial and see if that works out for you, or at least generate however many lead magnets you could within that 7 days. So they do a great job in designing those. They look really attractive, something that you could definitely put as a lead magnet on any of your advertising out there.
Jeff, can you, I'm sure there's other people, well, maybe not other people thinking this, but can you give me a definition of what is a lead magnet?
So a lead magnet is something that you're putting in your advertising that somebody's going to want, right? It's going to drag them in like a magnet to want to sign up or give you their information. So typically you see it as download my free ebook on how to buy a house with no money down, right? And then you would have, they would click that, it would go to the link and they would put in their name, email address, and phone number and click download now. And then they would get that free ebook on how to buy a house with no money down. So the free ebook is the lead magnet. That's the magnet that draws them in.
Thank you for explaining that.
All right, the last one is not currently working, and it's actually not necessarily artificial intelligence. And then I'll go through ChatGPT just a little bit as well. But this last site is one that I've used a lot, but it's not currently working for some reason. It's called How Many Walks, howmanywalks.com. And How Many Walks takes and pulls together all the information from the IRS, and then they generate how money is moving between states and shows how, how many people are coming in from Arizona to buy houses in Utah, or what states are the biggest states that are bringing in money into Utah. And this is actually one that I watched during the pandemic to kind of see where the flow was coming. Interestingly, during the pandemic, Michigan was one of the biggest sources of people coming into our state. I had no idea, right? And there's a couple of reasons. And like I said, I don't know why it's not working. Usually it generates a map and shows you everything, but one to check out as soon as they get it going. But one of the reasons to know this is obviously you could do Facebook ads to people in, we'll say Michigan, right? Saying, hey, if you're looking for a house in Utah, I'm your person, right? But the other one is it's a really great source of knowledge to know where all the money's coming in from, so that you can form relationships with realtors in those states and hopefully have some kind of a referral program set up with them so that they'll send you the business from their clients as they come from those states. So, Texas, Washington State, Michigan, California, obviously, and then Georgia were our top 5 during the pandemic. Did you have something, Don, or you're just coughing?
Just coughing. So
Okay. All good. All right, the last one, and everybody knows about, is ChatGPT. I'm showing you the paid version of ChatGPT today, but there is a free version as well. Once you get signed up, it basically looks like this, and you can type anything and everything into ChatGPT. Limitations, so that on the free version, you're only going to get data up through, I think, September of 2021. They have uploaded some additional content, but most of it's going towards ChatGPT 4 at this point, version 4. And ChatGPT 4 has the ability to go out and search the internet and get you more information. So those are things that you might want to do. I want to show you inside ChatGPT there. If you go to this Explore GPTs, there's a ton of things that you can do. If it'll come up today. And there we go. That people have helped do. Like this one is planning your Super Bowl party. So you could do a Super Bowl party planner. Tutoring you, image generator, logo creator. I actually want to show you. So if I wanted to do a logo creator, and I've already typed some of this out so I don't have to type it for you. So if I wanted to generate a logo using dark red, black, and gray colors centered around real estate in Utah, if possible, include parts of my business name, best realtor ever. Do not use the word Utah, right? And so when I do that, the engine actually comes back and wants me to ask a couple of things. Do I want it vibrant, neutral, serious, or skip all the questions and just generate? I'm going to answer these just so you know. I'll say vibrant. It then asks me on a scale of 1 to 10, do I want it extremely clean or do I want it really detailed and complex? And I'll go for a 4 on this one. And then it asks me, going forward, do you want to use, what color palette do you want to use? And I'll just say, let's go with A, which is what I had requested. And lastly, do I want one logo or 9 different logos all at once? So let's just go with 9 and see what it gives us.
Yeah.
With 9, it might take a little bit. It does take a little bit to generate these images because the AI has to go through and basically draw your images in real time. But it shouldn't take us too long here to get something.
Oh my heavens.
There you go. Just a couple seconds and we've got 9 great logos that we can pick from. If we wanted to go back and have them do something different, we could tell it, actually, I want it to be yellow or something like that. It would go back and redraw all of these logos in yellow.
I like the
the
best
houses.
filter ever.
Yeah. That might be, I guess I can't use the word realtor, can I? So that won't work. But.
Well, besides it says retar.
It might not work so well. So that's Logo Creator. Another one that I liked in that list, and there's a ton of them when you do Explore GPTs. Another one that I like is diagrams. So give me a diagram of buying a house. This one takes a little bit of time.
While it's doing that, Jeff, on the
Yeah.
other one where it had realtor spelled incorrectly, could you go back in and say, redo it and spell realtor, R-E-A-L-T-O-R, and then
Yep.
make that correction?
Yep.
Awesome.
You can tell it to do whatever you want, right? It's basically, working for you as an employee. And so here you go. It has now created a diagram on how to view that whole full screen. So first you express interest, then you present an offer to buy. They accept the offer. They inform the buyer it's accepted. You apply for a mortgage. This is not the right way to do it. You hire a lawyer for the legal process. You can see it's gone through and given you some a general synopsis in just a synopsis of the buying process.
But you could also go in and tell this to redo the diagram with the following steps, and then it would change it around, correct?
Yeah, I'm giving it very, very little information here, right? So the more information that you feed the AI, the better you're going to get. So those are 2 of the ones that I really like. Let's go through some things that you can do. Don mentioned one of them, which was creating your property descriptions, right? And I've used this for property descriptions before. Let's see, I am a realtor and need a property
Is that your house, Jeff?
That is my house. Yep. So if anybody wants to come toilet paper me, that's my house. No, do people do that anymore now that toilet paper is like super expensive? I don't know. So there you go. It totally came down, gave me a great explanation of my house. This is one way to do it if you're just giving it nothing, right? The better way for me, in my opinion. So let's see. I know it's on here. I haven't looked it up in a while.
Jeff, while you're looking for that, I also learned that you can do custom on there. So you can let it know that you're a real estate agent and give it all that information so you don't have to tell it every time. It just already knows.
Correct. Yeah, you can give it all the information about who you are, what your tone of voice is, all those kind of things ahead of time. Right. So here's my home, here's the property. They didn't really do much of a description, but this is the better way to do it. If you can go back on your listing and find a previous MLS and look at their remarks and just
You
copy
bought
and
it for a
paste it in.
steal.
Yeah, this is 2010. The market was not.
Wow.
Yeah, price reduced to
Great buy.
150,000. Boy, you must be a realtor. Buy low and sell high, right, Jeff?
Now I just need to sell, I guess. So if I put that in and ask it to rewrite it, and obviously I didn't just reduce the price by $150,000.
Yeah, it's like, whoops.
Yeah, so you obviously need to go back through and make any custom changes to this so that it's exactly what you want. But this by far, I mean, if ChatGPT did nothing but this, I would pay for it because
you have a theater room, Jeff?
I used to. It's now turned into a basement apartment. So.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say we're having a party at your house.
No part. Well, you can still have a party down in my apartment because I'll lock you all down there and you can do whatever you want. That's totally fine. But this is by far my favorite. I hate writing property descriptions for my listings, and so this just makes it super easy. At the very least, it gives you some really great ideas on what you can do, right? The next one that I use it for is bios. So I hate writing bios more than anything else, right? And so one of the things that I do, let me copy this. And you would want to give it more information than this, right? But it says, I'm a real estate agent. This is my bio that I posted online for clients to see. Analyze this and then rewrite it to help convert people into clients. Use a friendly and engaging tone. And then I just found my old bio that I've got in different locations and paste that in. And then ChatGPT comes back and gives me a brand new bio, right? And obviously I could go in and change this however I want it, but it's going to write a bio way better than anything that I could ever come up with, especially since I hate talking about myself. So
you can also
get your bio.
You can also tell it to write a longer, more expanded one or a shorter one, or give it whatever prompts you want it to have, right?
Yep. So this is another prompt that's very much like that. I haven't filled this one in yet, but give me 3 examples of an attention grabbing and interesting about section for my realtor business profile. Use friendly, engaging tone for my customers to read. My name is, I'll fill this in on the fly.
Were you born in Provo, Jeff?
I was.
Hey.
At
Hey.
the hospital in downtown Provo?
Yep, the only one that was in existence in the state of Utah in 1804.
That's where all my kids were born, except for one.
I've actually already used it to write me a bio.
So my name is Leah Duncan. I'm a real estate agent with Fathom Realty in Springville, Utah. I don't know where you are, Leah, so I chose somewhere. I have 2 years of experience and I enjoy the following pastimes: running and ice skating.
Dancing and singing.
Sounds good.
All right. And so it will actually go through and write 3 different about sections for me. Talk well about for Leah about, you know, that she enjoys dancing to her favorite tunes or singing her heart out.
Awesome.
And look, you got the first part right. Your energetic and dedicated real estate guide with Fathom Realty, right here in beautiful Springville, Utah. For those of you that haven't met Leah, she is a little ball of energy. Okay.
Thanks, Don.
I love it, Leah.
All right, so here's another fun one. Write an Instagram post. Sorry, this is not going to scroll up for me. Act like a realtor, create a social media post that promotes a stunning new property for sale in my ideal buyer is, I'm going to take that one out because I'm not going to worry about target audience on this. Type of property. Four bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,700 square feet. I'm going to take out the features, but you would normally put in the features here, include emojis, relevant hashtags, my contact information, and make this more engaging for buyers. All right, throw that out there to it. And there you go. You've got a perfect Instagram or social post that you can post with a picture of that picture or of that home so that you've got it. And then it actually gives you the hashtags to put along with it and some nice emojis to catch everybody's attention.
Where's this property located? I've got a buyer that might be interested. Oh, wait, this is only an example, right?
Yeah, it's
Nope, I actually do have a listing coming up, just like this, believe it or not, 550 in American Fork. So if you've got something, it'll be on the market hopefully tomorrow.
I thought it'd help
Is
give
that
you a
is that
plug.
a fix and flip or is that actually all good?
It's a fantastic home. It's a really great home on Nob Hill in American Fork. So
Nob Hill used to be called Snob Hill.
no, but that's what my dad called it when he was growing up.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. Here's another fun one. Create a social media post with 5 tips for first-time home buyers. Include my contact information. So literally, I'm just asking it to create a social media post about some tips for buyers, right? Nothing else, and including my contact information. Put some emojis in, it'll number it up. Here's your 5 things. Budget wisely, get pre-approved, think long-term, impact and investigate, and negotiate, right? So you could easily post a nice little picture on the top of that. You could go back to Canva and say, hey, give me an Instagram post about 5 tips for first-time home buyers, and it would give you this. So you don't even have to do anything. Now here's another use. We're running out of time, so I'm going to give you. I can give you more of these all day long. There's a ton of things that you can use it for, but this is one that maybe you haven't thought of before, right? And I'm going to give you a very basic version of it. Let's see, I've got it here somewhere, but you should give it way more information than this. This is the one that I've typed out today. So I have, let's say 300 people in my database. 25% of those are repeat clients. I want to do 25 transactions this year. Give me a business plan to accomplish my goal. Okay. All I put in, I didn't ask it anything else. I would want to obviously line out way more information than this, but you can see that it's actually going to give me totally 100%, a lot of things that I can do in order to improve my business, right? So it's already putting out a nice business plan. Now, if you really want to improve this, do the same thing. If I do the same thing and then say, ask me any questions so that you understand my goals and to create the best business plan. This is my favorite thing to do, is tell it that it can ask me questions. And it didn't even ask me any. Oh, it did ask me. So it needs to know all of these things in order to create the best one. It needs to know my current engagement levels, what my referral success is, my marketing strategy, my client feedback, my market specialization, and my resource allocation, right? So if I answer all these things, it's going to then go through and give me a much better business plan once it has more information, right? I use this when I'm doing things like ads for my listings. I'll say, give me a quick one paragraph listing presentation or listing ad copy that I can use in an ad, and ask me any questions that you need to know, and it will go through. If I have ideas that I need to brainstorm, I'll put in the idea and then tell it to ask me any questions that it needs in order to have a better understanding of what I'm trying to do. So asking ChatGPT to ask you questions is very helpful to make sure that you get what you want. And again, the last tip that I'm going to give you is make sure that you read this stuff and put it in your own voice, right? For me, this is a great tool to get me started. And then from there, I go back and tweak it and do what I need to do. I'll show you one of the things that I did that's totally not real estate related. So I had it write a recommendation letter for someone who's trying to get into college. I was a referral or whatever, a contact, and they needed a letter of recommendation from me. So I went through and gave it some basic information. It then went back and asked me a bunch of questions, and then it gave me this whole letter. I then took this letter and I just kind of went through and used the parts that I like, but put it totally back into my own voice, right? So it's really important that when you do these things, that you do them in a way that's going to be in your voice with the things that you want to accomplish. All right, what questions do you have about artificial intelligence, its uses, anything we've shown today, anything about real estate in general? We'll just open the floor to whatever you guys have at this point.
I have a question, Jeff.
Yeah.
I have the free version of ChatGPT. What does the paid version cost, you know?
I know. Let me look. Actually, let's ask. I wonder if ChatGPT knows how much it costs. It does. ChatGPT was priced at $20 a month.
Is there a yearly price you can pay?
You asked too many questions.
I know, but I'm asking
Oh,
questions that I know other people are thinking, maybe.
this is going to go by like tokens and stuff, which is not what we're looking for. So that you know, ChatGPT has kind of two models. One model is the model where what are you enabling here, Leah?
Oh, whoops. I thought, what's happening?
Okay, I turned it on, whatever you turned on. ChatGPT has two different models. One model is for consumers like us, so we can buy it and use it like this. The other model is for companies to use, and they actually tap into ChatGPT with their different modules. Like Opus Clip, they use ChatGPT to do what they do, and so this is the pricing for them. I'm not sure what the consumer pricing is.
Other than the $20 a month.
Yeah. Let's see if it.
Ask it what is the consumer cost for ChatGPT? A single consumer. You have to be specific with your questions, I think.
Oh yeah. It's not giving me pricing, but it does say $20 a month. So that's the best I've got for you.
That's good. That's good.
Other questions, AI related or not?
My question is, I jumped on late. Is this recorded? If so, where do I find it?
It is recorded. It will be on the Facebook page. So if you're part of Facebook Masterminds, it'll be posted there. I push it out in my emails every week with links. And I'm sure Don will email his agents as well. If you're not a member of the, what's it called, Facebook Masterminds, you need to give Maya your Facebook email address.
It's called Fathom Utah Masterminds.
You can't search for it though, it's hidden.
No, you have to send an email to Maya and ask her to add you to the Facebook group. I found that out the hard way from Jeff.
Yep, yeah. So I just put Maya's email address in the chat. It's ormoffice@utahteamservices.com. She needs to know your Facebook email address, which may or may not be the one that you usually use. So go to your About in Facebook. It'll tell you your Facebook email address. Give her that, and then she'll send you a link. She'll send you a link to that Facebook group and to join it, an invitation. That's what it's called. So thanks, Amy. Other questions, Amy, or anyone else?
I just have one last comment that I'll make, and that is, you guys, I hope you understand and know how extremely fortunate we are to have Jeff as one of our brokers. He's incredible with the technology end of things. I do okay with it, but Jeff teaches me things and then I can teach it. But it's so nice to have somebody that truly understands the technology side of things, and so I give kudos all the time to Jeff because he's just amazing.
Yeah, sad but true that I interface better with computers than people. So
Yeah, so that's why we're such a good pair, because I like the people part and Jeff likes.
yeah, yeah, which is a great skill to have as a realtor, not to like people. It's super entertaining to try and be successful that way.
You do great with people.
All right, guys, if there's no other questions, then I appreciate you being here. If you've got questions or need help with any of this, if you can't remember what I talked about, or if you want to accomplish something specific, I'm always happy to meet over Zoom, meet personally in office, do whatever you need. Feel free to reach out to me at any point in time, and I'll make sure that you get what you need. In the meantime, we'll see you in 2 weeks here for forms for legal forms and free for all something.
Forms and free for all monthly.
I can never remember the name of your class.
Forms and free for all monthly.
There you go. So in 2 weeks, 11 o'clock on a Wednesday. Great forms class. Don's got some really important stuff that we need to go over, so make sure and be here. Other than that, hope you have a great week. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Jeff.